Hello, dear friend, and welcome to Lonely Hearts, a podcast for listeners everywhere. I am your host, N.K. Jax, an aspiring author and poet. First of all, thank you to all our subscribers and listeners. We started this podcast to create a space for open and honest conversations, the kind that can feel vulnerable and that we often keep to ourselves. If you connected with our conversation and enjoyed listening in, don't stop there. Keep it going. Share your thoughts with family and friends and support each other through those deeper talks. In our previous episode, we began exploring the topic of overthinking, how it shows up in our daily lives, and how it shapes the way we move through the world. If you haven't tuned in yet, we'd love for you to listen and join the conversation. To start us off, I have a song dedication for you by Colby Calais, titled Try. A song about just taking the mask off and being you. In this song, we are encouraged to take that mask and just be ourselves. And we are told that we don't have to try so hard to be someone we are not. Which brings me to our conversation today, overthinking yourself. A famous poet, Oscar Wilde, once said, "Be yourself. Everyone else is taken." We say this all the time to our friends, our family, and I even use it too. But do I say it to myself? Do I tell myself to just be myself? No. In my life, I always show that I have everything put together, even when my reality is not like that. I always feel like I might get judged, and this feeling sometimes affects how I present myself to others. I will show a version of myself that is not, but why? Why do we pretend to be someone we are not? The funny thing is, people who know me well like who I am. So why do I feel that I need to put myself through this stress of trying to be someone I'm not? The reason could be that at some point in time, I felt I was not enough. Maybe someone said something and it made me withdraw inward. I'm not exactly certain. If you know the answer, please put it in the comments. But for myself, I'm not quite sure. If you can relate to this, then you know what I am talking about. That feeling of not being good enough or belonging. Have you ever walked into a room and frozen? You stand at the door and your thoughts start flying left and right. And you're trying to figure out whether you should hide in a corner or talk to someone. And when you eventually find someone, you act different just because you want to fit in. You want to belong. You want to be liked. You think they have this concept of who you are, and so you want to live up to that concept. But why? Even your brain will come at you and ask, why are you pretending? But you just push it away. Why are you being someone you're not? Why are you laughing at jokes you don't like? Why are you agreeing with behavior you don't support? For myself, this is what I call the overthinking self. I overthink who I am and who I am supposed to be. I push ideas that I think are expectations into my brain and keep on thinking, this is who you're supposed to be, but you must be this. This is what you pretend. But that's not real you. That's not you. I don't have to pretend, and neither do you. You don't need to support their ideas. You don't need to act like you belong. You just need to be yourself. To finish off our conversation, I wrote something for you. And this is a poem dedication for the person who is just like me. You sometimes pretend. You sometimes fake it. Ha ha ha, you laugh at a bad conversation, even though you don't support whatever topic is being talked about. The title of my poem is called My Lover. I fell in love, and my heart for once thumped, a sound unfamiliar yet living. Though you may think it shallow, I beg you to hear, I am for once a lover of my own. So just take a moment and think about how this poem connects to you. And remember that in every situation, you are enough. Just be yourself and be a lover of your own. As we end this conversation, I want to remind you, this is a community for support. This is a community to share thoughts. Be kind to one another. And if you're leaving a comment, please remember, be kind. Subscribe and share, and follow us for more conversations and poetry posts. Thank you everyone for listening in, wherever you are. Have a good day, have a good morning, and good night. I am your host, NK Jax. See you next time.